April 2018, brush text. Step 1, open Photoshop. Go to the launch pad, click on it, click Photoshop. If you have Photoshop already, it should be there. Just click on it and it'll open up for you. Now click File, New. You're going to call it with your first initial, last name, dash brush text. And then 1080 by 1080 pixels at 150 pixels per inch. Okay. Open that up. Step 2. You should have already downloaded your photo and grabbed your text. If you haven't, stop the video now and go and do that. Okay, step 2, you're going to open up your photo. There's my photo there. I downloaded it onto the desktop. I'm going to click and drag it to Photoshop. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that my size, well actually I'm going to do this first. I'm going to crop the area using the crop tool. Okay, this crop tool. If your picture comes out big, I want you to crop it. If not, if your picture's good, just open it. Okay, if you took your picture and it came out like this, no problem. Command A to select it all. Command C. Click on the tab up here on your Photoshop document. And now you're going to do Command V. Paste. Now notice how big it came out. No problem. Command Z. I'm going to go to Image, Image Size. See, it came out really big. So I'm going to go around 1080. Okay, so it'll be the same size. As long as it's one size is bigger than the other, that's fine. You can't do this 1080 and then have this one 55 because it's not the same. It's got to be higher than 10. One of them has to be higher than 1080. There. Now Command A, Command C. Click on the tab, Command V. See, now I only have a little bit to fill up there. No problem. Just going to move it over to the right with my arrow key. Command T on the keyboard. Hold your Shift key down, grab a corner, and enlarge it. And then click Return on the keyboard, and you're set. That's step 2. Step 3. Change it to black and white. Adjustments. Black and white. There we go. It's in black and white, but it's a little dark. I want to bring out her features a little bit. Okay, not too much. There's no green in it, just the background. The background's blue. So let me try see how it looks with dark. This is how you coordinate how you like it, but don't get too crazy. So I'm going to keep it white in the background because the blues and cyans are deep in the original blue background. So just like that, click OK. Command S to save. Nothing happens. You'll just see a little light blue thing if you've already saved it. So it's making sure that you saved it. Do that once. Click Save. Click OK. Just whatever comes up. Right. Now next step. I think it's step 3, right? Step 3. We're going to cut this picture in half. Use the marquee tool. And we're going to, we're going to, marquee tool is fine. We're going to click on the arrows here on the ruler. If you don't have these rulers, Command R. And then let's just eye it in the middle. I'm just going to put my eye in the middle somewhere. You know, you should go by up here by the measurements, like half of 7 1/4, but I'm going to just, you know, maybe right about there. Because her head's tilted. I'll just get a little bit. All right. Marquee tool, click and drag 1/2 of her face. See how I'm on the layer. Command J makes 1/2. Do the same thing for the other one. If you do this, Command J, you're going to get a blank screen here. Delete that. Make sure you're on the back on the layer when you create your second half. So there it is right there. Command J. Now I'm going to hide the original. Now I have 2 of them. 1/2 from this side. Alright, so the half I'm going to put the text on is the one you're going to create the layer mask. Step 4. So I'm going to put it on the right side. I'm going to hide the left side. This is where I'm going to create my layer mask. Click there. This needs to be painted black. So I'm going to reverse this here, these little arrows. Okay. Make sure that's in the front, because whatever's in the front is your color that's used on the palette here. So now that I have the layer selected here, my color selected here, Option on the keyboard, delete on the right side of your keyboard. Option, then deletes, and that should disappear. Alright, cool. Now we're going to uncheck it. It's supposed to disappear. Clicking back on the background text, on the background layer, sorry, we're going to add our text. If you haven't copied and pasted your text, copied your text, please do so. Stop the video and do so now. I copied the text from an untitled document I had earlier. Here it is. Wherever your text is, you should grab it from your blog post, from your IB Silhouette. So you're going to grab a quote from your own website. So I'm going to click and drag it, Command C, click back here, click here, make sure you're on the text. I'm on the background layer. I'm going to click and drag, give myself some space around it. Okay, don't go all the way to the end, just like that. Now, since we're on the last day of this project, your text should already be set. But if not, I'll let you know how to do it. Okay, there it is. There's my text. There's my layer. I select it, copy the text. Now Command V. There it is. If your text does not come out black, it's because your color is not black. It's probably white. If you don't have this here, go to Window and Character and make sure that's turned on. Any windows you're missing, it's because they're not checked here. So these are the ones that are on. You can see them over here because they're on over here. Okay. So now I'm going to start playing with this text. I'm going to, again, click and drag it and start playing with it here. Okay. Now notice not everything is, the whole text isn't selected. So I'm going to click again in it. Command A, make sure that it's all selected. And then go back and play with it here. Now, if nothing moves here, go ahead and just put any size font between 0 to 50. Okay? And then now you can start playing it just to reset it. So, play with it according how your text looks, because everybody's text is different. You're going to have these lines sticking out. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Leave it at 41 for this. I want to make sure it fits in. Yours may be a little different. And then make the text fit. I'm going to have that, the leading right there. I'm going to get rid of these hyphens by just clicking in front of the word and then return on the keyboard. And then I am should go together. Next line, that should go down. So do this in yours. Risk taker should be one word or one line. Okay. I have the courage to do things. I think that's okay, but I can do this too. You have to play with it. You see, I like that better. I don't like the I by itself, so I'm going to move that down. And then click in front of the next word. Click delete on the keyboard and bring it back up. Things, delete on the keyboard, space. Oh, it doesn't stay. It goes. So I'm going to customize it a little bit. Move this guy over a little bit. I think I have to grab him through here. So let me see. Yeah. Let me see. There we go. Pull him over like that. Just a little bit. Now I have the problem over here. No problem. Just like that. New things. Awesome. So now you have your text. Actually, I should have told you this earlier, but Command A, use Impact. Impact is right up here. It has a thicker font to it. Impact. There it is. There we go. See, I have to change it again. But that's okay. It looks better. I'm going to spread it out a little bit. The font's thicker. I don't want your leading no more than that. See that? As long as they're not touching, but you have a little bit of space between the two lines of text. I'm going to put new things on one line, new ideas on another. I am a risk taker. There it is. I like it like that. I don't have to position it anywhere. As long as it fits on one half of the page, it's fine. Okay, step 6. Now you're going to tell Photoshop to make this into a brush. Edit, define brush presets. There it is right there. Click OK. Now it made it into a brush, because if I click here and I click here, there's my brush right there. But I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to put it back there because it'll show up here. It's going to get me all confused. So I'm going to uncheck that. I don't need that now. I'm going to turn on the left side where she is. Then I'm going to turn on the right side. Nothing will appear because you have the layer mask here. Click on the layer mask. If you don't click on it, then nothing will happen. So you got to make sure. And now I'm going to go to my brush, which I'm already in, and go and select the text I just created. There it is right there. The text you just defined should be the last one showing up here in your brush styles. So now you can see the text that's following me. And remember, the color you show in the foreground right here shouldn't be the same color as this. So if I'm painting black on black, it's not going to work. I have to do white on black. Now you're going to see how the text appears. Just change it real quick. Just move it. Just click one of these and then switch it if it confuses you. Just so you can switch this, because sometimes the brush text shows. Now I can go back. Alright, I'm on the layer mask. Now I'm going to touch, use the text, I'm going to touch the face right about there. Now I'm going to click the mouse. There it is. Okay. Do Command S on the keyboard, Command S, that saves your file, and then you're continuing to work. Now at this point, we're going to add another line of text. So I'm going to pick another tool just to get out of the way of this one. Then pick the T again. I'm going to click here, and this is risk taker. I'm going to type in risk. If this doesn't appear when you type it, it's because your text is underneath her, the layer, underneath your picture. So there it is. Click back on it, risk taker. Now since risk taker is here already, and it's here, I'm going to move this up. So, oh, by the way, let's change the font. We want to change the font. Let's double click it. Click here. We're going to use a font called Sign. I think it's called Sign Painter. Yeah, there it is. Sign Painter. Okay, see, if this happens, sorry, I don't know. There's a little quirk in Photoshop. So I'll do it again. Let's just select it, and let's type it in. Sign Painter. There it is. Once you type in sign, click enter, and there it is. It'll appear. Okay, select it again, double click it. I'm going to turn off all caps. Go back there, select it, and risk taker. Just like that. I'm going to put it probably right here. I'm going to change it to black instead of white because you can't see it. There it is. And now I'm going to add the IB logo. And I believe I can go to File, Open. It may be on my desktop. If you can't find it by just looking for it like this in your downloads or on your desktop, you can go look for it here. I may have thrown it out. IB logo. Let's see if it appears. I don't think I have it because it would have appeared here. So if it appears here, click open and then copy and paste. But let me grab it real quick off the internet. IB logo PNG. If you don't have it, you can do this. IB logo PNG. And make sure the one that you get is checkered in the background. Now notice how this is clear. You got to make sure it's going to appear on a dark background. So this will work. This will not work if it's on a white background because it won't appear. But I'm going to click and drag that to my desktop and then drag it to my Photoshop document. There it is. I'm going to move it over, hold the shift key down, because remember, if you don't hold the shift key, look at it gets all warpy. Shift key, and I want it really small, maybe like that. And then let go of the shift key, hit return on the keyboard, Actually, I don't want it there. I'll hold the shift key to make it even. I'll probably put it right over here. Right there. I don't want it like that, because when it prints, it'll cut off. I want it outside like that. Give yourself an amount of space that you have in your text if you use it like this. Just like that. So risk taker, make contact with her eyes, read the text. There's the logo. Command S to save. Now we're going to save it for the web. File, save for the web. Make sure this is on JPEG. Click save. And then you're going to put your first initial, last name, then IB brush text. And remember where you save it. I'm saving mine in my documents. And go and upload that baby to the folder I left for you guys to upload it to. And then post it to your blog. You can post it to your Silhouette blog. And you're done. Now you're complete. Okay, you can end this video. If you want an advanced part of this, you can do this. Go back to your layer here. Go back to your brush. Okay, this is for advanced, so you don't have to do this, but if you want to look really cool, yours look real cool, we're going to do something really creative with this. We're going to go down to about 20% our opacity. Right about there. Command minus on your keyboard, it gets smaller. The view size gets smaller, not the file. Expand it open like this. Okay, we're on the layer there, and now we're going to go right about there and repeat it. Like that. It's a lighter text, and then right here, it's a lighter text. Now notice risk taker is not shown because there's nothing there. It's just background. It's only getting her hair in there, and it's getting her body there. All right, and then you can do Command S on the keyboard, and then File, save for the web, and save over that one you just created. Okay, you can call it. I can open it up, and there's the one brush text right there. Okay, but I'm not gonna save that one. I'm gonna actually, if you want both of them, you can do save, and then do the same thing with your other one. You can call it your first initial last name brush text 2, so you can have 2 of them, and then you can see which one you want. Upload it to your photo, to the folder that I have for you, and you're all done. This ends this video on IB brush text.